I'm on the floor of the shower, butt naked, trying to fucking throw up. And he goes, "The goblins are green." I'm like, yes.
Welcome back to another episode of TFM Bets. Tell me about the chip, man. I mean, this is the first episode since you ate the chip. The clips are hysterical, but the aftermath was... Just talk me through it.
I'm still recovering from that shit.
Like, actually, though?
Yeah.
Wow.
I know. Dude, I can't tell you how bad that shit is. I mean, it wasn't even like I was dying because it was so hot and my mouth was on fire. Mm-hmm. Sure, that was the case, but it was more so what was going on in my insides.
Yeah, dude, walk me through the steps. So on the thing, I was reading it, actually. Like, once you went in there, I started actually reading the box, and it breaks down what happens. It was like a large, it said something about your mouth, and then a jolt to the stomach.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened, bro.
Okay, so walk me through the steps. Like, once you started eating it, what happened?
I mean, so first of all, it smelled gross, tasted awful.
Yeah, did it taste bad?
Yeah, so apparently you're not supposed to drink a bunch of water as soon as you eat it, and that's exactly the first thing I did was grab water because it tasted so bad, and I wanted it out of my mouth. So I slurped down a freaking water bottle, and my mouth starts getting real hot, but I'm like, this isn't that bad, but like it just tastes really gross, smells gross, and then boom, my stomach fucking is on fire, bro. I literally said, imagine a washing machine of fucking knives. That's what my stomach
That's what it felt like?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Just spinning around. And it didn't help at all that I didn't eat anything before.
Oh, well, that was dumb.
So I had nothing in my system but this stupid chip, bro.
Well, because you took Tom Brady plus 2.5.
Yeah.
But keep going.
Thanks, Tom. So, dude, I didn't know what to do. Like, it hurt so freaking bad.
Yeah.
And I had to just, like, get in the shower. I was sweating my ass off. And I was like, I have no choice but to just try and throw this thing up because... this sucks. I wouldn't wish this upon
I feel like I would have been more scared to throw it because the acidity.
Yeah, no,
of the chip.
It definitely made me feel better throwing it.
Oh, it did?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely.
And keep in mind, earlier that day, I had fed Trent a Prize Picks entry. That was a 2-legger. And it was college basketball. And before we filmed, we were sitting down. I was eating. And I was like, yo, the first leg hit. We're down to the second leg. And he's got 7 points with 9 minutes left in the second half. So this shit might hit. It was Caleb Love. We needed Caleb Love to get over 14.5 points. And so we do the show. Trent eats the chip. He's like in his bathroom dying. And I'm like sitting here and I like check my phone. I was like, but just imagine if the entry hit. So I'm like out of the corner of my eye. I was like, oh my God, please don't. And I see 2 green bars. I was like, oh my God, I have to tell Trent. It's like run in there. His doors are shut. I hear the shower's on. He's like gagging. It's like, yo, Trent. What? It greened out. I just hear him go, let's go.
I'm on the floor of the shower, butt naked, trying to fucking throw up. And he goes, the goblins are green. I'm like, yes. Definitely made me feel a little better for sure.
That was huge. So legacy performance.
Thanks for the spoon feed.
Yeah, I tried to spoon food you one yesterday, but you didn't want
Did it hit?
I sent you a screenshot.
Oh my God, dude, Mikey Overs is pretty sharp with the goblins. I got to give it to him.
The 2-leg college basketball ones, I'm trying to get more sharp on.
You've been killing it this week.
I've been hitting them.
I haven't hit shit, bro. It's been tough this week.
We're gonna hit one today. I can feel it,
dude. Like, I just can't help but think if you were strictly an under better on Prize Picks, bro, you'd probably be fucking Bezos.
Yeah, for sure. Like, this is what people don't understand about overs and unders. So I only take the over, right? It's like a whole bit, like Mikey overs, whatever. But I only take the over because I don't want to root a game and have like watching Kyrie Irving and be like rooting against him. Like, I want to be like, I want Kyrie to drop 40. Like, that shit would be sick to watch. Like, I don't want to be like, oh, miss.
Yeah.
Like, I'd rather have him pull a 3 and be like, oh, bang that. But just in terms of the human experience, when you look at overs and unders, I would say out of a 7-day week, more than 50% of that week, you wake up, something doesn't feel right. You wake up and something pisses you off. It's much harder to have a perfect day than it is to have a day where something goes wrong. It's so easy to have a day where something goes wrong. And when you think about even when you were playing sports, Like when we were playing high school sports, whatever. Even collegiate athletes, you wake up, maybe you get a bad exam grade, now you got to go out there and play. Like you're still thinking about it, right? So you think about these guys, they're grown adults. Think about how hard being an adult is, and now you got to go play a game. Like the under, I would like to think statistically has to hit more because of that, because they're human beings, right? So when you bet the over, they're like, oh, he's coming out to have his perfect game. He might have been in the locker room and someone might have like fucked around and like hit him in the arm, and now he's like, fuck, like that doesn't feel right. Like,
facts.
You know what I mean? So like that's why. But I always bet the over because I'd rather root for the human achievement part of it. But dude, like I feel like being an under better is probably has to be more profitable in the long run, just
Definitely
because
is.
anything can happen. Dude, halftime. They go into halftime, a teammate could be like, dude, what the fuck? Can you give me the ball more? And now he's like, oh, maybe I shouldn't shoot anymore.
Literally, like half the fucking players I bet on yesterday, that was the guy.
Yeah, I feel like it's little shit like that, like where I'm always like, damn, like if I could just bet under sometimes, I feel like.
You're right, though, about these college basketball lines on Prize Picks. They're not nearly as sharp as the NBA.
Yeah, PSA, for those of you using Prize Picks and the other apps, actually, I don't even want to say it because I don't want them to fix it. But I would bet on college basketball props because they're not all the way tuned in to where they should be all the time.
I mean, I guess they don't have nearly as much handle on college basketball as they do.
Yeah, there's no reason for them to like really be that sharp.
So I've seen a lot of these lines be really soft on college kids, and they're soaring over their lines.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
And you've kind of put me on it a little bit.
I'm telling you.
Mikey Overs is sharp with the college kid goblin, so tune in.
Tap in. All right, so we've got a huge weekend of playoff football. No one chips on the line, I don't think yet. I mean, maybe we'll do one for the Super Bowl or something like that. Maybe not a one chip, but something. I feel like I have to do something. But I'd have to lose the bet to do something. Yeah. But like, I feel like this has to be even on these couches.
I don't even want you to do the chip, bro. That shit sucks.
Okay. Yeah. Well, we'll figure something out. But I'm going to have to do something. We'll do it for the Super Bowl.
Whoever manufactures that chip can rot now, bro.
Yeah, like get a real job. Like, what are you doing making chips that like hurt people's tummies? All right, but we've got a huge weekend of football. But before we get there, I did want to ask you a question because I was thinking about it on my drive over to the house today. Now that the season's kind of winding down, I want to go regular season. I don't really want to talk about the postseason for this part of it. And then we'll get to the games. We'll get to the picks. We'll get to our sneak nuke presented by Prize Picks for Saturday and Sunday. What are your top 5 quarterbacks of the regular season this year? And I want you to rank them 1 through 5.
Top 5 quarterbacks.
If you want to go no particular order, I'll be okay with it. But I feel like that's a coward's way out.
Yeah.
But top 5 quarterbacks in the regular season. Because I put my list together and I feel as though I have a good handle on why, but I wanted to know what yours would be too, because I feel like my list is going to be very different than a lot of people's.
I'm excited to hear it, but I think there's only one correct list. It would be Mahomes at 1.
Okay.
Dude's a beast. He's been balling this year. He's a GOAT.
Okay, not my 1, but go ahead.
Not your 1.
Not my 1.
Jeebus.
But go ahead.
Joey B at 2.
Classic.
Jalen Hurts at 3.
Wow, that feels really high for him. You just heard Nick whistle. That felt so high.
Why?
But go ahead, keep going.
Why?
He's not even in my top 5.
Not even your top 5?
Not my top 5.
The fuck?
He's got to be in your top 5. He's top 3 this year. He's MVP candidate.
No.
He's literally top, whatever.
Maybe 5th.
4. I'm blanking. There's a guy in my head. I'm blanking on who it was gonna be.
Josh Allen.
Oh my God, Josh Allen.
And that's why I said Jalen Hurts at 3 is obscene. But go ahead.
Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Joe Burrow.
Wow. Okay.
Jalen Hurts.
Who's your 5? The 5 I feel like is interchangeable.
The 5 is definitely interchangeable, but I want to go Trevor Lawrence.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, dude's him. He's him.
I will give you that one.
I like that list.
You could have went Justin Herbert. He didn't have a great year.
Nah, you think I'm putting a goat whale in the top 5? You're fucking crazy, bro. I mean, I thought about it, but no. Josh Allen, that was disrespectful. I'm sorry. That was the name I was blanking on. Give me Mahomes, Josh Allen, Jalen Hurts. I'm already forgetting my fucking list. What was it?
Your 5th was Trevor.
Trevor.
Yeah.
Trevor.
All right. So I just want to preface my top 5 before I go. I feel like I took into account certain aspects of the season, of the team, and maybe some narratives into mine. It wasn't all just like who's throwing the ball the best, who's going the deepest in the playoffs. My number 1's Lamar Jackson.
What?
I feel like coming in on a contract year, his team not wanting to pay him, basically putting pressure on him to become a pocket passer, he passed the ball better than he has ever this year. I think you saw him gain a lot of confidence in the pocket, and I think if he's got the security of the contract and he doesn't get hurt, like this Ravens team goes pretty deep. And he had no one to throw to. I want that for account too. If you can name me 3 Ravens wide receivers that he threw to consistently this year, I'll give you $100.
You'll give me $100?
Wide receivers, and not including Mark Andrews. That's a tight end.
Fuck.
3 wide receivers that he threw to consistently. You can't do it. It's not. This is a joke. You can't do it. The next one, Pat Mahomes. He's the GOAT.
I mean, I can't believe...
Pat Mahomes is a GOAT. You're not going to be able to do it. I promise. You're not going to be able to do it. Pat Mahomes is a GOAT. My number 2 is Pat Mahomes. For sure, Pat Mahomes. There's really not a better quarterback than Pat Mahomes, the things he does, but just what Lamar did this year with the circumstances he had to play under, I'm going to put Lamar at 1 because I feel like I'm very impressed with that. My number 3 is Josh Allen. Josh Allen is incredible. I mean, what he's done to the Bills organization has been nothing short of amazing. I think his connection with Stephon Diggs is unbelievable. I think they have a serious shot to win the Super Bowl this year. But just in terms of the regular season, he was dominant. There's really no one that was touching him. You're going to hate my last 2. Or my last one, because Jalen Hurts isn't in my top 5. Number 4 is Joe Burrow. Again, I mean, you look at the Bengals franchise as a whole, the things he's doing really haven't been done for the Bengals, maybe ever. Obviously, he's got his guy in Jamar and T. He's got a great wide receiving core. But the way he moves the ball and the way he's played this year, I would put him at number 4. And my number 5 is Justin Fields. But I'm going to tell you why it's Justin Fields. I feel as though initially you're going to be like, that's so fucking dumb. But I think about what this kid had to go through last year.
No, he definitely
coming into this year.
Balled the fuck out.
Balled the fuck out,
Yeah.
dude. And no one to throw to. Was basically put the pressure on him where this is probably your last season if you're not playing well. And then they were like, maybe we'll let you use your feet. And the kid broke records. He broke records this year. And the kid became, I think, probably the best rushing quarterback the NFL may ever see. When you look at guys like Vic, Lamar, like the way he moves and his speed and the way he's able to diagnose like when he should bounce out and when he shouldn't, and the offense he had and no one to be able to throw to. I mean, this kid this year proved to the NFL that like now the Bears have their quarterback. And that's so hard to do in the NFL, to prove to your team you have your quarterback now.
It's an absolute disservice to Geno Smith for 2022.
Geno Smith can fucking blow me from the back, dude.
You have Geno Smith in your top 5 for 2022.
He's not top 5.
Hey, Geno.
He had a great year.
Hey, Geno, I got a top 5 for you. Why don't you blow me, dude?
I think he had the best QBR of any
congrats,
QB
bro.
in the NFL this year.
Maybe you shouldn't have waited till you were 30 to play well when the Jets wasted a goddamn draft pick on you, dude.
I'm still thinking of Ravens.
Or maybe you cover a goddamn spread in the fucking playoffs, dude. Fuck Geno.
I'm still thinking of Ravens wide receivers, goddammit.
The Ravens?
Devin Duvernay, Isaiah Likely.
No, tight end.
Fuck!
It's Devin Duvernay, Rashad Bateman, and Demarcus Robinson.
That was never happening.
I told you, it's never going to happen.
I literally bet on Demarcus Robinson like 3 nights ago.
It was never going to happen.
How did I not think of that?
It was never going to happen, I'm telling you.
God damn it.
But that's my 5. I feel like, Jalen Hurts being out, Geno Smith being out, I understand the criticism. But just the way that I was kind of... Honestly, I could interchange Joe Burrow for Jalen in my list. I wouldn't be mad at that. Like that's something I could do.
Absolute absurd list. Let me say my list again because I was fucking all over the place with it. Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, Jalen Hurts, Trevor Lawrence. That's my top 5.
The only guy that's like very much a surprise in yours is Trevor Lawrence. Like I feel like that's a square list.
That's a square. That's just like the correct list. That's a correct list. I would take I wouldn't take Dak Prescott over Lamar. But for a better season, Lamar like hardly even played, bro. What do you mean?
Dude, he didn't play like the last 4 games. What are you talking about? He played on a year where his team basically told him, we don't want to pay you. And he came out, made the Ravens a playoff team again with no one to throw to, barely a running back core, and they told him, we really want you to become a pocket passer. And what did he do? He became a pocket passer, dude. The kid was fucking slinging the ball, barely used his legs, and when he uses his legs, he's probably the best quarterback in the NFL as a dual threat. There's no one that when Lamar Jackson was in his MVP year, if you add the way he throws the ball now to the way he was running his MVP year, there's literally not a single quarterback in the NFL that can sniff what he does on the football field.
I don't even think Wee Hoopin would put Lamar as number 1 in top 5.
You know he would. That's
I don't
wild.
even think
Wee Hoopin, you know you're putting Lamar at 1. You know you are. Dude, but I'm taking into account narratives. On a regular season narrative, the way the Ravens treated Lamar and for him to come out and play the way he played with the weapons that they've gave him, basically being like, we don't think you deserve that much money, but go ahead and try to play football with these fucking goons, bro. You just heard the wide receivers he's throwing to. Name me his running backs now. Name me 3 running backs that got burned this year for them.
Gus Edwards.
Okay.
What's the other fucker's name?
This is my bit, dude.
I bet on him 2 nights ago.
But this is what I'm saying.
Who was it?
J.K. Dobbins.
Dobbins.
But this is what I'm saying. You want him to go out there and play for his contract?
Yeah,
you give him
he's
a
got
fucking
botted offensive core to work with. But his defense was fucking unbelievable.
I mean, dude, look at Trevor Lawrence's offense. Unbelievable. He can hand the ball off. He can throw the ball. Like everyone in that top 5 has both sides of the ball, except for maybe Pat Mahomes. Their defense isn't that great, but he's incredible.
Your top 5 is botted.
Lamar, Pat, Josh, Joe, or Jalen. You can interchange either. I'm not mad at that.
Deadass,
Justin Fields.
You don't deadass think that Lamar should be over Pat Mahomes.
In terms of this year, the things he had to play through, I do.
That's bonkers.
I'm not saying as a whole Lamar's a better quarterback. I said top 5 quarterbacks, and I told you I took into account the narratives, what they had to go through this year, and I think Lamar is number 1 for me. Well, the things he had to go through this year are not easy to do. It's like being in a corporate job and be like, we don't think you deserve that $2 million salary that you're asking for, even though you've been putting in a shift for us. Basically kept the franchise at a level we needed to keep it at. Took a risk on you. You were the most shit on quarterback in the entire draft because people thought you couldn't throw the ball. And now it's finally your time to get paid after becoming an MVP, setting records, getting us to the playoffs, winning playoff games. But here's your group of interns that you have to go do your job with.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why the Ravens aren't willing to give him a bag. Definitely is deserving.
So that's what I'm saying. And he had played through all that.
Yeah.
Still gave his team everything he had. And yeah, fuck you. I'm not gonna push myself when I'm hurt. You're not paying me. Yeah, of course you didn't play. I wouldn't play either.
Yeah.
Number 1.
That top 5's botted.
Nick, is that top 5 botted?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it is.
What's your top 5?
Lamar is not.
Nick, what's your top 5? What's your top 5?
Top 5.
What's your top 5?
I mean, if you're going, I think 5, you go Geno Smith.
You're a fucking
In terms of
boner.
In terms of this, well, I mean, in terms of this year, he took the team to the playoffs.
We're not talking about like overall quarterback skill set. We're talking about the season of 2022.
And what Lamar had to do, I think he's number 1.
In the season of 2022, I think it's Geno Smith at 5. At 4 is probably Joe Burrow. 3 is Josh Allen. 2 is Jalen Hurts. 1 is Pat Mahomes.
Yeah.
It's annoying because everyone's going to love his list. That's why that just annoyed me, because everyone's going to love that list.
I mean, you can make an argument for Lamar, but he's injured. You can make an argument for Trevor, but I mean, he's playing in a tough division.
Are we forgetting
not a tough
anybody
division.
Is what we have to ask ourselves.
No, not really.
I mean
outside of that,
Kirk ain't on there. Tom ain't on there.
Fuck Kirk, dude.
Kyler
ain't on there.
Rodgers,
Derek Carr is not
Brady.
sniffing that.
I mean, you could make a case for Rodgers towards the end of the year, but not full year.
No, Rodgers was a bot, dude.
Not full year.
Davis Mills.
Oh my
Zach
God.
Wilson.
On that note.
Daniel Jones, you can make a case for.
Oh, see, there's one we're missing. If I said Daniel Jones, what would you sat there and said?
He's not top 5.
Do you think Justin Fields is a good shot? Justin Fields, I refuse to remove out of the 5 spot. What he had to do this year, what he did this year, cementing himself as a starting quarterback after all the criticism he got for a year, and then the first couple, yes, he's 5.
I feel like your top 5 is like narrative based.
The whole regular season is a narrative.
Like yours is like it's a situational opinion on your top 5.
I feel like it's not, though, because I'm looking at it in, you had to come into this regular season. What did you have to do to achieve success? How hard was that road? You just pick guys that are all in the playoffs and going deep.
You can make a case for Jared Goff too.
Jared Goff, you could as well.
Yeah.
That's a narrative as well. You came into this year, the Lions had fucking an awful record this year, and you made the Lions a competing team. That's a great year for Jared Goff. That's a top 5 quarterback Jared Goff year for him.
Certainly.
Of course.
Yeah.
So why aren't we using that for everyone when you look at it? Justin Fields, take his situation. I think he's top 5. Lamar Jackson, the things you had to play through, that's top 5 for me. That's number 1 for me.
I respect your list. However, having Mahomes not at 1 is just ludicrous and disrespectful.
Skill-wise quarterbacks, Mahomes is number 1. I'm saying what you did in the regular season as a quarterback for your team, I don't think 2 is that disrespectful for him. To put him at 2, it's not like I'm like, all right, we got Zach Wilson, Davis Mills, Daniel Jones, Pat Mahomes, and Lamar Jackson. Like, no, I was like, Lamar Jackson is one because, and I gave my case, Pat Mahomes is obviously a very, very, very close number 2.
You're crazy. You're crazy. You're crazy, bro.
So if I sat here and I was like, Pat Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, you'd be like, oh, you're good.
No, I would still say, why the fuck's Lamar in your top 5? But
That's wild.
I just think that deep down, putting Lamar at 1 is like, what am I doing?
No, dude, I was thinking about this in the car. I genuinely believe we were just talking about with the overs and unders. When you're betting on human beings, like this is a human being. Think about the shit he had to go through as a quarterback of that Ravens team. This year, bro, you won an MVP. You've broken records. You won playoff games, and your team won't fucking pay you.
I'm excited to see him in a different uniform. It's going to be electric.
Yeah, Lamar, come to the Jets. This was all just a pitch because I'm a Jets fan. I want you to come to the Jets.
Where do you think he goes?
The Jets. I hope we literally sell our soul. I will sell my body for Lamar Jackson.
So sick.
Like, I need him so bad. I swear to God, if we get Aaron Rodgers, I'm going to end it. I'm going to end it. I don't want another pocket passer. Give me anything else.
Yeah.
The Jets, think we have a pocket passing, reputation. It's I can't do it anymore. I can't. Ryan Fitzpatrick, Josh McCown, Sam Darnold, Zach Wilson. I literally want to throw myself off a bridge, dude. I can't with these quarterbacks anymore, dude.
I mean, the Jets have been in
Mike White. Fucking literally blow my brains out. All right. Let's talk divisionals. Next episode, we're going to talk about wide receivers, just so you know.
Oh, I mean, that's a whole different argument. And I don't even think, we're going to talk about it for sure, but I don't even think it's worth making a top 5.
No, we're going to make a top 5.
There's so many great wide receivers that
this is coward talk.
Put in the right situation, they're going to feast. How do you separate Jamar Chase, Jay Jettas, fucking DeAndre Hopkins?
DeAndre Hopkins isn't even sniffing my top 5.
Dude,
what did he do this year? What did he do this year?
No, I'm okay. We're talking this season.
That's what I'm talking about.
No, absolutely.
It's a year in review.
But put in the wrong situation. He had Bozos thrown to him. He was suspended 6 games. So, yeah, he's probably not in there for that reason. But there's just so many great guys that I don't know how you pick one versus the other.
Well, you're going to have to figure it out. All right. We have the divisional rounds in the playoffs coming up. Saturday, the Jags play the Chiefs in Kansas City. Kansas City's minus 8.5. The over-under, which is something I'm interested in this game, the over is 52.5. Give me the over.
It's the highest over on the board, and I don't know why.
That's my favorite over on the board.
Why?
Because I feel like you saw it last game. The Jaguars score, right? They score the ball. Pat Mahomes is, like we said, having a top 5 year. Number 2 year for me. But having a top 5 year, he is unconscious right now. He's going to probably sling it on this Jaguars defense, and he's going to score the ball. You saw Justin Herbert put up 21, and then they just stopped. 27, they just stopped. I don't know what happened coaching, but Pat Mahomes, if Justin Herbert and that Chargers offense can put up 27, Pat Mahomes might put up 40. So it's going to be, I think the Jaguars have it right. That over tells me the Jaguars can keep pace. That over tells me the Jaguars can keep pace with the Chiefs from Vegas's perspective, right? When you have a high over like that. So I think the only way the Jaguars cover is if they're keeping this game close, and it's going to come down to maybe a Meemaw situation. But 8.5 feels like a lot of points. I don't know what I'm going to do with that. I think I literally might just take the over in that game and just watch a good football game.
Yeah, I have a feeling that the Jags are going to keep it close the entire game, and then let it slip in the last quarter
and get blown out.
Lose by 12, 13 points. And not end up covering.
So you like the Chiefs minus 8.5?
No, I don't. I want to take the Jags so bad, and I probably will take the Jags plus 8.5, right? That's the spread. Mm-hmm. But, goddamn, I hope they can fucking just keep pace. I hope they can keep pace. I'm worried about how they're able to finish this game, close it out.
Yeah.
They're not winning, sadly. The Chiefs are going to win this game. But 8.5, sketchy spread. I'm probably I'm leaning Jags, bro. We know Chiefs can't cover a spread. We've said that all fucking year long. I could see the Chiefs
almost losing this game,
losing outright in the first half. I could see that. I could see them botting. We've seen it many times this season before.
What would that normally be? Jags minus 4.5 first half. They just cut it in half.
Plus 4.5.
Plus 4.5.
Yeah. I could see it being a 13-10 half.
Yeah.
And then a splooge fest by the Chiefs in the second half.
Yeah. Chiefs minus 8.5.
Just don't throw 4 picks, Trevor. Please, bro.
Chiefs minus 8.5. And the over. I'm going to take the over.
The over?
I love the over.
I like it. I like another over a lot better, but I could see this game soaring too.
The Giants play the Eagles. in the most classic clash of cities. New York, Philadelphia. I mean, it really doesn't get bigger. I'm going to be honest with you. In sports, when those two cities play each other, it really doesn't get bigger. I think this is going to be the best game on the board. And whatever the spread is,
7.5.
Philly minus 7.5. The Giants are plus 7.5. I'm going to take the Giants plus whatever Vegas gives me, because when these two cities play, it's a fucking dogfight. I don't care how great the Eagles are right now. When you give me New York versus Philly, if Philly was plus 1.5, I'm taking plus 1.5. If Philly was plus 4.5, I'm taking Philly plus 4.5. But since the Giants are getting the points going into Philly, which is going to be impossible to play, and I know it, but I'm going to take the points with this matchup, because it's going to be a dogfight, dude. It's going to be a shit show. I promise you. The way Daniel Jones and the Giants are playing right now, they think they can beat anybody. And the Eagles are going, you're really going to come here and think you can beat us? That's the exact clash that you need for a dog for me.
The Eagles outmatch the Giants in every position on the field besides running back. Is that not a fact?
I think that's a fact.
That's a fact.
But that's been the Giants' case all year. Every team they play outmatches them in almost every position.
I'm nuking not minus 7.5. I am.
You're not?
I am.
Oh, you are?
I am.
Wow.
I'm all over.
Is that your best bet of the day?
That's probably my favorite one on this round of the playoffs for sure.
All right, well, I'm going to take the points because I feel like, again, Eagles-Giants, this is a game that always feels close.
Yeah.
Always feels close.
Feel that. Divisional game.
You give me a touchdown. That's Meemaw to a fucking T, dude.
Yeah. I think it's overmatched. I think it's Eagles statement game. They want to prove that, they should be the favorite.
And it could be. This could be the game where people go, oh, shit. Like, everything we thought about the Eagles, like, they're actually real deal because they just beat the shit out of the Giants in Philly.
I feel like everyone finds a way to shit on Jalen Hurts for whatever reason.
No, he's great.
I've seen so many arguments about, you put Daniel Jones in this situation, he'd do the same thing. It's like, dude, Jalen Hurts is good.
No, he's really good.
He deserves his credit. He does it all. He runs, he throws, scoring literally has over 2.5 on Prize Picks every fucking week, and it usually always goes over.
No, don't get it twisted. I agree. I'm going to actually replace Joe Burrow, Jalen Hurts in my top 5. I feel like you're correct on that, and I'm going to leave Joe Burrow out of my top 5.
I don't know how you leave Joey B out of your top 5.
But Jalen Hurts is incredible. It's incredible. The work he's put in, like, same narrative as Justin Fields. He got shit on his first year. Then he came in. He did everything he needed to do this year, and now the Eagles are one of the best teams in the NFL. I mean, he is a great quarterback. I feel like you're right. I think too many people try to take that away from him, and I don't understand why.
Yeah.
Like, what he's doing isn't fluke. Like, the things he's doing is because he's a good quarterback.
He's a dog.
Like, he's making the throws. No one's throwing for him.
Yeah.
No one's running for him. Like, he's making these throws. Like, he's a great quarterback. He's gotten the Eagles a home playoff game. The city of Philly at home is... I mean, you can't even like begin to describe that, what environment's going to be like.
Yeah.
But again, it's a divisional matchup. I'll take the points.
I'm nuking the Eagles and laying that 7.5.
So I guess we can't do a Saturday parlay, but we can do a sneak nuke presented by Prize Picks for the Saturday slate.
Sure.
I don't know if you've looked at any squares yet for that game, but
So
I kind
Saturday
of already
games-
have who I want. So you got Chiefs Jags, and you've got Giants Eagles. I'm taking Travis Kelce receiving yards.
Why don't you go ahead and look at Jalen Hurts' first half pass yards for me? Just go take a peek.
Wow.
That is the greenest of gobs.
Should we do that?
In all the land, and it got bumped already. It was at 110 yesterday.
All right, so should we do that?
I'm down.
All right.
Half.
Jalen, okay.
First half passing yards.
What else you got?
Over 120.5 for Jalen Hurts is the greenest of goblins you've seen.
That actually is a dumb green gob.
Yeah, so I like it. I think it could soar. That one I like. What else are you thinking? We doing a 4-legger?
I think, or do you want to do a 2-team and just nuke it?
2-team nuke? I'm very
Kelsey
down.
receiving yards and Jalen Hurts first half pass yards, or you
That
don't
could
like
be-
Kelsey?
That could be Surge.
Do you not like Kelsey?
I mean, that's your POD?
Yeah.
What's the sell job?
Dude, it's the playoffs now. We're in Arrowhead.
Go
Who
to
does
your
Pat go
goats.
to? You go to your goat.
Go to your goats.
You go to your goat.
You
And
think
an
he
over at
scores,
52 and a half, like he's got to go to his goat.
I hope they put a touchdown square on there for him.
I mean, yeah, he's scoring too.
He's scoring.
I kind of like that 2-team nuke.
I do too. Seems
All right. The Saturday Sneak Nuke presented by Prize Picks.
Let's do it.
Jalen Hurts first half pass yards and Travis Kelce receiving yards, both more than. Wow. I kind of like that we are mature enough to be like, why don't we just do 2? Keep it a bankroll bob.
Growth. Bankroll bobbers.
Sunday we're doing 4 though. All right. Sunday games, I'm going to be honest, I'm way more excited for these games, and I have a couple takes that I don't think you're going to enjoy. I'm just going to assume we're going to be on the opposite sides of both. Bengals Bills play. Buffalo's -5.5 in Buffalo at 2 p.m. on Sunday. Tell me where you're going to be at for this one.
This is going to be a shootout. This is a game I love the over in.
Love the over.
Love the over.
Love the over.
Thinking about making a surge 6, even though we don't have 6 games.
You're going to have to double up.
I'm going to have to double up and add some totals in there. This is going to be probably one of the totals I end up taking. The over at 49. It was
48.5.
48.5. It went down
On ESPN right now, I got it 48.5.
Okay.
Sometimes ESPN is boofy though.
Yeah. Give me that over. I think the Bengals cover.
I thought we were going to be on opposite sides.
Wow.
I also think the Bengals are going to cover.
You do?
Yeah.
Wow. I think 5 is such a weird spread,
5's
bro.
such a weird spread.
After what we saw against the Dolphins the other day, 13 points, that shit never had a pulse.
And if there's one team that doesn't give a fuck, it's the Bengals, dude. They don't give a fuck where they're playing.
Yeah. I mean, just give me Joe Burrow, who's the most profitable quarterback over the last, 2 seasons covering the spread.
No, +5. That was literally my favorite bet. Not my favorite bet, actually. +5 is one of my bets for Sunday, for sure.
I like it. And dogs are going to be covering. I mean, we learned last week that all favorites aren't going to fucking do their jobs.
I learned.
Even though that when I look at the board and I'm sitting here wondering which favorite's going to lose, I don't know. I'm going
to tell you exactly which favorite's going to lose.
The Niners?
But go ahead. Keep going.
Oh, my God.
No, just keep going.
I have no idea which favorite's going to fucking lose. And one of them is. It's probably, you think it's the Niners?
It's going to be the Niners. But before we get there, I did place my Super Bowl future bet. I finally picked my team.
Who?
And I took the Bengals at +650.
Wow.
So I like it.
I don't hate
like
it.
If you get by the Bills, you're good. If I lose to the Bills, I can chalk that one up.
Yeah. I mean, you're betting against the Bills' legacy.
Yeah.
That they're destined to have.
I know, I agree. But
But,
my dark horse is the next game.
I would love
That I
a
also
Bills-Chiefs
sprinkled on.
rematch. We all want to see that.
Oh, that'd be so good.
We all
dude.
want to see that.
That'd be so good. Just for football, that'd be great.
Hopefully Joe B can keep
Just
that
cover
game close.
but lose.
Just
But
cover
maybe
but
not lose because I have a future on him. Fuck that. No. No, he's not losing.
I would love to see a Chiefs-Bills rematch. That game last year was unbelievable.
Okay. I would also love to see that. That game
Yeah.
was fucking incredible.
Yeah.
I took the over in that game. Wow. I don't know if you remember how that game went, but I had the over in that game. And I literally went to that last drive, and I was like, oh my
I had
God.
Kelsey anytime,
Wow.
and he scored that.
Yes,
yeah.
dude. Holy shit.
That's the last leg of the Prize Picks.
Dude, that's why betting is just, you can't beat it. But just bet responsibly. All right. The Cowboys are traveling to San Francisco. The spread is 3.5. The Niners are favored by 3.5 points. Give me on a silver platter with my little bitch boy cowboy boots on, Cowboys money line. The Dallas Cowboys are going to march into San Francisco. They're going to beat the Niners. And they're going to finally expose why Brock Purdy is not a good quarterback.
Dude, I've learned not to bet against the Niners.
Take the Niners. I want everyone to take the Niners.
I'm still yet to decide where I'm going with this game. I don't know.
I will sit here in, I was going to say assless chaps, but I don't want to put my ass on this couch because other people sit on the couch. I will sit here. You know what? I'll sit here in like a classic Southern style dress if the Niners beat the Cowboys next episode. Southern style flowy dress. I'll sit here and do an episode if the Niners beat the Cowboys.
Okay. Word.
That is like you're putting your meat on tape for a 45-year-old washed Tom Brady. I'm going to put my meat on the table for a Cowboys team that believes they have a chance now. And Dak Prescott playing the best football he's played yet. So, meat on tape. Give me the Cowboys money line.
Something about those Niners, man. They just know how to win games. They do. They find a way.
I'm going to tell you, bro. I think Trayvon Diggs gets a pick. I think Dak Prescott, again, I'm probably going to look at his overpassing touchdowns. I like the way Dak played last game. The Bucs suck. I know. The Bucs suck. But sometimes you need that when you're about to play a really good team. You need that game where you go, wow, I actually can't be stopped right now.
Yeah.
Like, just to feel that again. Dak hasn't felt that since he fucking broke his ankle when he was having an MVP year. He hasn't felt that yet. Where he was like, yo, I'm actually untouchable right now. Like, you can't play against me. Like, no matter what coverage you're throwing at me, I'm going to literally pick you off pass by pass.
Yeah.
And now that Tony Pollard is finally like, yo, maybe you give me more carries, and the Cowboys are like, oh, we should probably give him more carries. Yeah, this team's going to beat the shit out of the 49ers.
Dude, this whole weekend is just an unbelievable slate.
Incredible games.
It's going to be unreal.
Incredible
Can't
games.
Wait. Cannot wait.
But talk to me, like, are you going to take the Niners? Like, be honest with me. Because I'm meat on tape for the Cowboys. I think plus 3.5 is a great bet, but you can leave the points at the door. I want the money line. I want the money line, and I want to be sitting there Sunday night rooting for the Cowboys to beat the Niners.
I'm probably taking the Niners.
Minus 3.5? Or you put them in a money line if you're doing the whole surge?
I mean, considering there's only 4 games, I'm going to have to get real surgical with how I make this parlay. But I don't like that 3.5. I'll probably end up taking the money line, even though it's fucking juiced. I probably will.
Micah Parsons is going to make his life hell, just so you know. I mean, Micah Parsons put Tom Brady in a coffin almost, so.
I mean, I'm rooting for the Cowboys to have a run, but I honestly fucking hate the Cowboys, so.
Which is tough because we live in Dallas now. They're my new, like, they're my second favorite team behind the Jets now because I live here. But
fuck the Cowboys, bro.
Here's what I'll say, and it's what the Cowboys did against the Bucs. And if there's any quarterback in the league that I would have said he'll know exactly how to handle it, all the Cowboys did was speed Tom Brady's clock up. Like you said, Micah Parsons didn't get over his tackles. But what did they do? They just sped his clock up. That's all they did. Maybe by a second, a half second. If it was a full second, that's a lot. But all they did was speed his clock up. And that's the greatest quarterback of all time. And he couldn't do anything with a sped up clock. You're telling me if all the Cowboys have to do, they don't necessarily have to get to Brock, just speed his clock up. There's a rookie quarterback, dude, in a playoff game playing against a very good defense. Speed his clock up and see what happens. He's not going to be able to handle it. I promise you.
Imagine if Mr. Irrelevant comes in and wins that game, bro. That'd be unreal. That would be unreal. I don't know, man. The Niners, they're just such a complete team.
If Brock Purdy...
on both sides of the ball.
I'll wear a dress on this episode, and I will do a full 2-minute speech about how Brock Purdy is my father if he wins that game.
Word.
A full 2-minute speech. Like, this is my play of the weekend. This is my play of the weekend. Cowboys money line.
Wow.
Money line. I'm not going to take the points like a pussy. Give me the money line. They're winning this game in San Francisco. And I have no problem looking like an idiot if they don't. Well, I do because they're not. So whatever. But sometimes you have to take a stand. This is my stand, dude. Like, I just don't see this. I don't see Brock going again, dude. And if he goes again, what a performance. My God, do I look like an idiot? But I feel very good about this. I feel very good about it.
All right. We'll see. But fuck, dude.
All right, let's get to the sneak nuke presented by Prize Picks for the Sunday slate. This is going to be a four job.
4-legger?
This is a 4 job, yeah. Do you want to start off or do you want me to start off?
You started off.
So I was thinking about this game a couple ways. I really want to take Saquon Barkley rush yards because like we talked about, the one weakness that the Eagles have is the rush defense. Mm-hmm. And I feel as though every time the Eagles have lost a game this year, it's been against a good running back and he's run rampant. Obviously, it's the playoffs. They're going to be scheming for Saquon. But I feel like the way he's playing right now, you can't necessarily scheme for Saquon. So I really want to take his rushing receiving, though, because Daniel also, like we saw last game, I think Saquon almost had 6 catches. He also likes to dump the ball off to Saquon and let him just make a play. So I kind of like Saquon's over rushing receiving, but it's at 98.5. I just want to make sure you're comfortable with that.
That's on Saturday.
Oh, that's on Saturday?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Wow.
I was confused. I was like, wait, am I looking the wrong way?
Wow. No, you're right.
We're talking Bengals, Bills, and Niners, Cowboys.
You're right. Yeah. Cut that out.
Cut that out.
Fix that in post, guys, but leave it in. But fix it in post. All right. You give me the first leg because now I'm totally thrown off.
All right. First leg, Bills, Bengals.
Oh, I already see one I like, but go
I
on.
like T. Higgins yards. Is that what you were going to say?
Because my thumb was over, dude.
No way.
I was like, yo, that number's way too low for T.
I love that. I like T. Higgins' yards.
Put that in.
That's got to go in there.
No, put that in. I like that too.
Especially after that.
I like that too.
All right. What's your other leg?
Make it easy for Brock. Debo gets over 55.5 receiving yards. Just dump the ball to him and let him make a play. Or do you hate it?
Can I counter that?
Yes, I'm down for you to counter it. He had 133 receiving yards this season.
Loves loves Brandon Ayuk. Loves him. And he goes over and look at his past games, bro. 73, 59, 101, 81.
I will say this, I don't know if you saw it. In the Niners' last game, Brock went up to Debo and said, "You make playing football fun." I'm just saying.
Yeah, but they find creative ways to give him the ball, and it's not
Dude, I'm
always
like
received.
money line. What the fuck am I talking about? Give me fucking CD Lamb, bro. Let's go have a day.
Dude, he didn't even go over last game.
Yeah, but now he does because they're playing in San Francisco. Go to your goat.
Okay.
Fine, give me fucking Tony Pollard something.
But are we okay? We're sold on T. Higgins,
Sold on him.
and then let's go. Dude, I'm telling you, Ayuk's got to go in there.
Okay.
You're gonna regret not having Ayuk in there.
No, I'm down. If that's who you want to put your meat on.
I will. Those are my two meat on tapes.
Okay. I really want to take Tony Pollard over 46.5 for rushing yards, but I don't love it, so don't give me it.
Okay.
Okay. All right, so we got T and Ayuk, right?
Yeah.
That's what we like right now? Okay. You know what I really want to take? If they have them? Oh, I really wanted to take Stephon Diggs receptions, but they don't have it.
Diggs receptions.
You don't like that?
No, I do.
Or you like that?
I do like it.
Dak Prescott over 1.5 passing touchdowns.
Okay.
And hear me out. Hear me out. Just hear me out. If they put it up. No, I'm not going to do it. I was going to put feet in there. I was literally going to put feet in there.
Oh, no feet.
I was going to put feet in
No,
there.
no,
I was going to
no,
put some
no,
feet in there.
No.
What do you think about Jerick McKinnon over rushing and receiving? 57.5.
Circle jerk. I love it, but that's Saturday.
God, dude.
That's Saturday.
I feel like I could put together a fucking surgical ass play for Saturday right now. They just have nothing up for me right now. Like, I want to take receptions, but you know what? I'm not going to be a coward. Receiving yards. You know what? 113. 114. Let's go Stephon Diggs over his receiving yards. I like that too against the Bengals. Like we said, that's my favorite. That's one of my favorite overs. So I'm gonna.
So
I don't
Diggs
hate
and
that.
Dak.
Diggs and Dak.
That's yours.
Diggs and Dak.
So Diggs receiving yards.
Mm-hmm.
Dak touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
Ayuk receiving yards. T. Higgins receiving yards.
Yeah, I put 200 on it.
Word.
So that's the Sneak Nuke presented by Prize Picks for Sunday. Sorry, my brain is mush. We got
Ayuk receiving yards. T. Higgins receiving yards.
Dak Prescott over 1.5 touchdowns passing, and Stephon Diggs receiving yards. I like that one, actually.
I do. I actually
really
like
do
that
like
one
that.
a lot. Go to your goats.
All right, so I do want to do this because I feel like we've never done it, and just for the playoffs, I feel like it could be fun to see how it goes. Play of the weekend. If you had to pick one play this weekend that you really, really liked out of these games, one play, what would it be? It's my least favorite question I get in my DMs all the time whenever I have like a full slate of picks. So I know it's annoying, but like if there's one play that you'd be like, this is the play I really like.
Over in the Bills-Bengals game.
Okay. I love that too. Mine would probably be the Cowboys money line. So if you want to make a parlay of our favorite plays, you could take the 3.5 if you want. I wouldn't hate you if you did that. But all right, I mean, this is going to be a really great weekend. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
We talked about some quarterbacks. You didn't love my list.
No, bought it.
I just hope Lamar sees it. And I hope he's like, yeah, thank you for that. Because I don't think anyone is talking about the shit he had to go through this year. We talked about some quarterbacks. Actually, wait, Nick, give me your best play of the day. I want a producer pick. I know you're over there scheming. If you say the Jags, this episode's over. You're such a bot.
No. I think the play of the day is going to be, let's see, what are my options for games again? I got Buffalo.
Jags, Chiefs, the spread is 8.5. You know who the favorite is. Eagles, Giants, the spread is 7.5. You know who the favorite is. Bengals, Bills, the Bills are minus 5.5. Cowboys, Niners, the Niners are minus 3.5.
I'm going to go weird. I'm going to go Bengals, Bills over. Bengals, Bills over.
So
a lot of points there. Two really good
That's my
quarterbacks.
PID.
We got producer pick and Trent's pick is the Bengals, Bills over.
I'm going with that too.
I'll ride the boys by myself, I guess. All right, I mean, this has been another episode of TFM Bets. I could be in a dress next time we film. So
I'd love to see it.
we will see how that goes down. It's not close to the one chip, but I feel like, I wanted something on that game because I really do feel strongly about it. It's probably going to be my biggest bet of the day, too. Like, I don't mind unloading some units on that one.
All right, well, can't wait to see your ass in a dress.
All right, well, this has been another episode of TFM Bets, guys. Thanks for listening. Make sure you check out all the Book It Sports channels. Make sure you follow me and Trent on all of our socials. Mikey Over, Michael.J. Overs on Instagram, Mikey Over everywhere else. Make sure you follow Book It with Trent. We're going to get your Twitter back.
Twitter is coming back. Elon, I'm coming.
He's coming. Also, make sure you guys check out the Book It Sports Surgical Stream. Trent does it every single day. It's 3 hours. Tell him what time it starts.
It starts at 1 p.m. Central, 2 p.m. Eastern.
And it goes down on the Book It Sports Twitch channel. Come on, give your play of the day. Talk to him about the picks of the day. He pulls people up. There's a form you can fill out for your pick. You join the queue. You come up. You get to talk to him. You get to talk about the plays. And then he puts together a parlay for the whole community to ride every single night. Prize picks, entries, straight plays, whatever you want to talk about. Make sure you check that out. We really appreciate you guys. See you next time.
We'll be seeing.